Welcome to the Art Lady channel. Today we're going to be making a Tyrannosaurus dinosaur. And I'm going to first start off by planning where I'm going to put the dinosaur. So I want you to visualize with me so you have an understanding of where everything is going to go first. That way you can see for size proportion. This is the top of the page here in the center. And then I have my bottom of the page here. The T-Rex, the head is going to be near the top here, and it's going to be side view head, and then we'll have the neck coming down, and then his large body will be in here, and then his tail is going to be turned up like this. So head is here, neck, body, tail, and then we need to leave some room for some legs. So that's in our planning stage. About halfway, and that's if we find the middle of our page here. Top, bottom, side, side, if we find the middle here, okay? Then I'm going to jump up from the middle, and I'm going to put a finger right in the middle. And this is going to be where I'm going to start my head, right here. So I'm going to put a little line here, one finger space down from the top. This is going to be where my head is going to be, okay? And then I'm going to jump down 2 fingers and put a measurement. Doop, doop. That's as thick as the head. That's how big I want my head to be. And it's going to be a diagonal here. Let's go ahead and start in on our head. Directly underneath this line here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little circle. Let me show you. Here it is. That's going to be his eye. And then I'm going to put a line and a line curving down. This kind of has a beady eye. And then the pupil, I'm going to have kind of just a little black spot in the center. Like that. Off to the side, actually. He's going to be looking this way. Underneath the eye, I'm going to skip about a finger, and I'm going to put a line. Now I'm going to bring this line up. So here's the top of his head. I'm going to slide down, little curve, not much. And then I'm going to go over horizontally, and then I'm going to dip down just a little bit, slide down a hair. Now this is going to form his open mouth here. So I'm going to come around, come back over horizontally, slightly curve down, and I want to end up meeting here. So connect together. Ooh, sounds like the T-Rex. Now I'm going to make a little curve here, or a little oval actually, and color it in as part of his nostril. And then I'm going to draw down. So let me show you up close what happens. Now, this kind of looks like a beak here. This is opened for his teeth. Now, his teeth aren't going to be straight down. We don't want to come down and up like the letter V. We slightly curve, giving it a hook. Curve, keep it pointy, and curve back. Let me show you close up. They're pointy and curved. Curving back, bring it back. And you can vary these sizes. These are going to get smaller as they reach the jaw. We just made this jaw, so smaller and then longer. Now we're going to form the bottom jaw. This is the bottom of his head here. This is the jaw where the both top and bottom meet. So we're going to come down diagonally, just a little line down. If you see, it's almost as wide as my finger. Let me show you close up here. Let's see if I can, oh, I can zoom in. Let me zoom in a little bit while I'm making the head, and then I'll zoom back out. And then I'm going to come over and up a little bit. I kind of came down. And then I'm going to not end it where this meets. I'm dropping down and coming over a little bit. Put a little line. And he has a rounded bottom jaw. Come over. And I'm going to come to this line here. Slowly diagonal down. Now this teeth is going to come up and back down, curving up, back down, curving this way, back down, and smaller teeth here. They kind of look like banana shapes. Now for the back of the head, I'm going to slightly diagonal down. It's just about a finger length, not very far. And then I'm going to kind of round this. Now I'm coming back to my original line here, but I'm going to leave a space. I'm just going to put a dot right over here. I'm going to do a slight C curve. I'm coming out, I'm coming back right to the end here. Okay, because it's a funny shaped skull here. And then he's got some wrinkles in here. If you want to put a little, let's see how they come down. It kind of wrinkles down here, curving down. A little bit of detail wrinkle here. And we could put a little wrinkle in here too, coming down, down and in. Now we're going to start forming the neck. Let me bring this back out now. We're going to start coming down his body. So I'm going to add a line down here, and I'm going to skip. If you look at my finger, it's almost 2 fingers wide. It's about 1.5 fingers. Kind of come down here. He's not got a real thin neck. And I'm going to jump down about 1 finger. Come down and down. See that? It's a finger space. Then I'm going to start my little arms here. And his arms are kind of L-shaped. So I'm going to come down and over. And his top front arms are pretty small compared to his other legs. Real small. So I'm going to skip a little space, give some lines here coming into the arm. Those are like wrinkles. Then I'm going to come over. And then I'm going to start the claws. He's got like these 2 claws, 1 line and diagonally down. These will be his claws. Put a number 1 on each end. Then I'm going to bring these in to meet. And then his claws, that's like his fingers, and his claws are hooked. So over and down, and then I'm going to keep it pointy on the end. So come up from a point and bring it over. Pointy, come up, kind of like the letter V, and over. And you can add little wrinkles and texture in here if you'd like to, and add some. So there's one of the arms, and I'm going to connect this line. And now I'm going to make this other arm on the other side, just coming down diagonal and over. Now this is going to be smaller than this one because this is behind his body. And do the same, 2 diagonals. But again, we're making it a little bit smaller. Number 1's on the end. Kind of looks like a Y. Then some hooked claws. Add some wrinkles and things here. Now we're going to work on coming down into his body. I'm going to come, if you take this line here, we're going to come down, and then I'm slowly, now I want to give a guideline over here. I'm going to find, if you find the edge, let's look at the bottom of our page here, and then let's look at him. I'm going to come up about 4 fingers from the bottom. This is where I'm going to have a guideline right here. Now I'm going to bring this down to this line here. So I'm going to come down and then around right in here. From here, I'm going to put a finger, and I want my finger, here's his back here. So this is going to come down diagonal. See where my finger is? And then I'm going to start coming over. Now, this is where his leg is going to be. So I'm going to form the hind leg, actually. I'm going to slide it over a little bit more. So if you take the arm and drop it straight down, I'm going to skip a little space and put my finger here. Okay? So if you take your hand, if you're a student, your hand's going to be smaller than mine. If I take my thumb, and see how I form that letter L? And that's what I'm going to do here. Here's my arm, drop it down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger down so that I have a space here, a negative space. You can do it about a finger space. And from the arm, when you drop down, you're going to leave a finger space here. See the negative space? This is going to be the hind leg. So I'm going to make a line on this side, and I'm going to make a curve around this side. But don't connect it together. This is going to form the meaty, thick hind leg. Then I'm going to come down and almost form a U, curve it in. Then I'm going to come down again. And we'll give 2 horizontal lines here. This is the thick back leg. Now I'm going to work on the toes. I'm going to come number one, and I'm going to come over. I'm at the bottom here. Let me blow this up. And I'm going to do the center toe now. 2 straight lines down. And then I'm going to do a curve. Now I'm going to work on a claw. So I'm going to come out horizontally and hook. Go horizontally over, and I'm going to make this a claw. There's one of the toes. I'm going to come down diagonally, curve like I'm making the letter C. I'm going to connect this toe together. Now I'm going to form a hook. So I'm going to come down, diagonally over to meet and curve up. That's a claw there. This is going to be a foreshortened claw. So I'm going to do a curve, like a N curve, connect to the other toe, and I'm going to come down with a slight curve, and then I'm going to curve around. Now these are his toes, so we can add little wrinkles in here where his skin's wrinkling and bending. Here. So that's one of his, this is his front kind of side leg here. Now I'm going to connect this together. Now I'm going to make another leg here, and this is the leg that's on the other side of the dinosaur. So I'm going to come diagonally out, and I'm going to come diagonally down this way. So this leg's kind of bent. This has a knee here, so I'm going to do a curve, and I'm going to do a wrinkle down here, so I'm going to come up, slight curve down, and I'm going to start forming this a bump here. There's like a back leg or a back toe, 2 lines down, curve, and then I'm going to make a claw, curve, curve. That's one of his back toes. This is going to come down. Now I'm going to skip about a finger, put a line, connect. So I'm tapering this leg a little bit to here, and then his toes are going to come this way, diagonal, curve like a C, and get, are we in here? Yeah. Get a claw, bring it up, and then this foot kind of bends down, and we get another toe in here. Straight line. Oh, I ran out of room here. There. I'll show you. I'll move my paper. Straight line, hook those claws. Straight line, hook those claws. And then you can add little lines in here for toes here. Okay, so that's a side view of the leg. You can add little lines in here too. Now we don't see the back hook here. If you want to add a little claw back here, you can. We really don't see it in this perspective. Okay, now we're going to work on T-Rex's tail. So we follow this curve, and we're going to be coming over, and I want to use all this page. I'm going to come to the middle here. Oh, I forgot. I didn't notice how much was showing. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the middle of my page, top, bottom, find the middle, and I'm going to come over, put a little line here. Now I'm just going to make a curve to the body. And you can even have this flip around this way if you want even too. And it's thinner, and it's going to taper right to here with a U. It's kind of a U curve, and it tapers till it gets skinny. There. And there we have our T-Rex. And you can add little, you know, if you want to add the little curved textures here, you can add some lines here for detail. If you want to make this a little bit thicker, I did it a little bit bigger than one finger here, but sometimes it has more meat coming out here. It's thicker, so if you want to make it adjusted a little, mine needs to be a little adjusted. And that's just what artists do once they assess everything. I like mine a little bit thicker, so you can either erase that or when you color it in. You can add like a design down here, coming down, and this is the tummy area here. You know, you can make little bumps on its back if you want. Giving some texture here of the skin and folds.